Bullying sucks. If you agree, this is the video for you.
What a geek!
This is part 2 of me reacting to the anime Kenichi, the Mightiest Disciple. If you are interested in checking out part 1, check the top corner up here, and please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell.
Don't forget your chores. Get those floors squeaky clean.
Yeah, and scrub those toilets too.
See ya.
Bullying really sucks. It is good to see though that bullying is moving in a direction where it's maybe a little bit less than it once was, with a lot of physical bullying happening like what we see with Kenichi here. I do think bullying is kind of shifting more into a little bit of an online sense. Maybe verbal bullying is becoming a little bit more of a thing. It always was, but it's maybe shifting and changing a little bit with the internet. But if I can spread one message and one message alone from this video or any of my videos, it is to be kind and respectful to your fellow peers. I've personally had kind of an interesting relationship with bullying in that I was bullied a lot as a kid growing up. It was really hard, really traumatizing, and it affected my self-esteem a lot into kind of growing from that like teenager age into kind of starting adulthood. Would have saved me a lot of heartache and a lot of trauma had I had better self-esteem at the time, and I was a little bit more confident in myself like I am now. And a lot of that was because of the bullying I dealt with as a kid. On the other hand, I think as an adult, I've learned to put myself in the other person's shoes a little bit more. I kind of realize now that a lot of times the people that were doing the bullying were coming from poor home lives, and they had their own shit and their own trauma that they were trying to process, and they didn't have the support that they needed in order to be able to do that. So they would come to school and they would deal with those stressors in not so positive ways of taking it out on people. Hi, Katsuki. You agree, no bullying, right? So 2 pieces of advice. If you can instill anything in the next generation, it is to really do your best to be kind to your peers. And the other thing would be is that if you're still dealing with a lot of trauma from bullying, first and foremost, go see a therapist. But I at least found in my personal experience that it was healing to be able to put myself in the other person's shoes, and maybe not so much for their sake, but for my sake, be able to forgive a lot of that and to start working on myself and realizing that I do have value, and that low self-esteem was built off of a very shaky foundation of somebody else's trauma being taken out on me, and that I should respect and be confident in myself.
They're not gonna teach me anything here. I'm just wasting my time. I can't take it. I'm gonna quit the club tomorrow.
Kenichi is absolutely right. They are not gonna teach him anything here. It is completely a waste of his time. I talked about this in the last video. And this is not helpful for him. He's just being used as a punching bag. He needs to leave. He needs to go find a different community. If you are ever in a negative community, leave. Thank you, Kenichi, for realizing this and getting the heck out of there. He does not need to be here.
I better get cleaning.
Kenichi, if you're leaving, just leave. Don't stay and clean. Well, we learn things slowly. If you're in one of these communities, leave right away. You don't owe it to them to clean up the club before you leave. If you're being treated this way, if you're being bullied in a space where you should not be, a space that should be supportive, leave. Get the fuck out of there. Get out of there.
Speaking of punching bags, should I? I've been here for over a month and they haven't even let me touch it.
Over a month and they have not let him touch the punching bag? This is absolutely ridiculous. I hope because it's a high school club, he's not paying to be in this club. I guess maybe some high school clubs you have to, maybe others are free. But if you are paying to gain martial arts instruction and practice, and it's been a month and they won't even let you use the punching bag, get out of there, please. Please, 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 please. If you're going to a gym and they're not giving you access to the facilities you're paying for, leave. Obviously, some gyms have rules and stuff like that of like, you know, you have to do certain things in order to use this, or some people use their own equipment, put it away. Like some equipment is like exclusively used for like certain things. Fine, but like, if you go to a gym and they won't let you use the treadmills and you're paying to go to the gym to use the treadmills, go to a different gym that will let you use the treadmills. You're there to use the treadmills. Anyways, rant over.
But you're a freshman too, and nobody has a problem with you using it.
Shut up! Don't ever compare me to you. I don't have to ask. I worked out every day in junior high for these muscles.
I'm glad that Kenichi is standing up for himself here and being like, hey, I'm a part of the club too. We're both freshmen. We both should be able to do things. This is just such crazy bullying. It's just like, hey, I've, you know, been working out my entire life. I'm this big macho man, which by the way, like, guys that have been spent that much time working out are very rarely this big of dicks. I'm sure they exist out there, but some of the nicest people you'll meet in your life are these massive musclehead softies all around. This is the ego on this guy. I hate stuff like this. I hate when people have like egos to be like, hey, I'm better than you. It's like, I'm just over it, man. I want Kenichi to kick this guy's ass so bad.
If I get strong enough, I can master karate. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get stronger.
Huh?
I love Kenichi's resolve here. I think any of us are capable of becoming stronger and becoming better versions of ourselves if we have the resolve to be like, hey, I'm gonna stand up for myself. I'm gonna learn martial arts in Kenichi's case, and I'm gonna get stronger. That willpower is such a huge component of any fitness goal or really any goal in life. If you have the resolve to say, hey, I'm going to do this thing despite whatever conditions might be working against me, usually you're going to be right and you're going to be able to get it done. If you want to lose weight, if you're like, hey, I am capable of losing this weight, you are going to be way more likely to do that than if you are telling yourself you are not capable of it. If you say, hey, I want to squat 500 pounds, if you believe you are capable of it, you will be able to achieve it compared to if you believe you are not capable of it. If you believe you're capable of something, there's a chance you might be wrong. Like I could say, hey, I believe I'm capable of squatting 900 pounds. There's a chance I might not be capable of squatting 900 pounds, but if I believe that I'm not capable of squatting 900 pounds, 10 out of 10 times I will be wrong. In order to achieve any goal you have in life, you must start by believing that you are capable of it.
Here's a dose of reality for you. You're a weakling. You're never gonna be strong no matter how hard you try. I think I just came up with a solution that'll be perfect for the both of us. You and me get together for a serious match next week.
Kick his ass. Kick his ass. I know violence shouldn't be the answer, but sometimes violence is the answer. And, you know, I hate seeing this bully physically use his power to assert dominance over Kenichi. So I am really looking forward to seeing Kenichi turn the tides as our main character and put this guy in his place. Fuck this shit. Like, bullying just bothers me so much. And him being like, you'll never be strong, you'll never be capable, just give up. Fuck that. If somebody is saying that shit to you in your life, remove them from your life. You don't need that person in your life. Surround yourself with people that believe you are capable and want to see the best for you. I'm so done with this guy.
I hate that guy. I'd already be stronger if those idiots would just let me train. I can do it. It's completely up to me. It's my destiny. It's mine to master.
Kenichi is absolutely right here. It is his destiny. It is his to master. And he would be so much further along if he had an entire month of training under his belt and they weren't just making him clean up the training yard as his training. We're not in a Karate Kid movie where you just wax on and wax off and all of a sudden you know karate. There are instructors, there are people that know more than him, and there are facilities that could be helping him train if he was given access to them, if people were giving him mentorship, if they were giving him instruction, if they were working with him. He would be so much further along right now with an entire month of training under his belt. But instead, he's been denied that opportunity and he's now having to start from square one and get stronger. But he is capable of it. He just needs to take that first step and actually be able to train. And him accepting that the club was not treating him right and that he needs to train himself because they were just not doing their job, they were not helping him out, they were not being supportive club teammates to him, is a really good first step for him working towards becoming a stronger and better version of himself. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this episode, you'll probably also enjoy episode 1 right here. Please, if you made it all the way to the end, like this video and leave a comment. Give me a hashtag Kenichi if you are enjoying this series.